Hey everyone, I'm Ty and this is Old Home Rescue, and in this video I'm going to share with you the best way we have found to remove putty from old wood windows. So the process I'm going to share with you is kind of a trade secret, and it's deglazing, and that's going to be where we're going to remove the glass so we can save that vintage wavy glass, but at the same time we're going to do it in a safe way that doesn't create lead dust or lead vapor. I always think about safety when we're doing these things. It's so very important to be safe as you restore your old house, and so there's three things that you're really going to need to make sure you're being as safe as possible. The first thing you need is you need some eye protection to protect your eyes. You only have 2 of them. Don't run the risk. We're going to be using some sharp tools in this video. We definitely want to make sure we have our eye protection. So the next thing you want to have is you want to have a pair of gloves. I've got these yellow gloves from Speedheater that I'm going to be wearing today. So the last thing we want to have is we want to have a P100 respirator. Anytime you're working with lead-based paint, it's really important. Now the way we're doing it is the most safe. It's designed to create less dust and less lead vapor, but we still want to have our mask on. In this video, I'm going to be using the Cobra Speedheater and the Speedheater window toolkit. Now the window toolkit includes 3 tools that you're going to see me use. You're going to see me use the putty scraper, the boomerang scraper, and the chisel with a little roller there on the side. So full disclosure, Old Home Rescue is an affiliate with EcoStrip, and we do get a small commission every time someone purchases one of their Speedheater tools after watching a video like this one. However, I will say we have used the Cobra to restore hundreds of windows inside of our shop over the last several years. The first thing we want to do is we want to make sure we're wearing our gloves to protect our hand, 1, from the heat, and 2, from the sharp blades of the scrapers. The next thing we want to do is if we walk away from this scraper for any reason, you want to make sure to turn it off because you don't want to forget about it and burn down or burn up what you're working on or where you're working at. So pro tip, to protect the glass, you're going to want to use a reflector just like this one, and I'm going to show you how to make that right now. Made it real simply by using a cut piece of an old file and some foil tape. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear strips that will cover my folder, my piece of cardboard. You could use a piece of cardboard, you can use a folder just like this one. You just take it, peel the foil back, stick the foil on your cardboard. I just fold the edges over here. You're going to do this until you've completely covered it, and there you go. You are ready to protect the glass from the heat of the Speedheater. Now I'm going to be using the chisel with the roller on it. Now to protect my chisel, I like to keep it in a little plastic sleeve it comes in. But this roller is really great because that's going to glide right along the top of the sash right here, the glazing rebate, so we can take out that putty. Now let's heat that putty up and watch how smooth it comes off. So this chisel is going to pull the putty back and scrape the putty back, soften it up without it marring or gouging the wood. So there we go. We're going to heat up another section. Now the Cobra Speedheater can be purchased online in our store for $499. The chisel that I'm using can be purchased for $35 on our store. The links for all of these tools are in the description below. Now let's go again and let's see about getting this. Wow, I am always so impressed how well this works. We're gonna have to get a close-up on this. All right, I can tell that this is ready to go, so here I go. Just so soft. And look at how that piece just came off. Hey, if you're passionate about rescuing old houses and want to see more content like this on YouTube, please support our mission by subscribing. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do before I start working on getting the glass out and saving this piece of glass is I want to make sure I break the paint line. And to do that, I'm going to be using the putty scraper here, and I'm just going to go along the back. And as you can see, I'm already starting to free that glass up, which is nice. I'm going to come along the back here and just break that paint line. Now the next step is to look for any pins that are in the glass that are holding it in. There should be a couple pins on each side, and I want to find those pins. Oh, here we go. I found one. Looks like there's 2 pins in this sash. I don't know if they'll be able to be picked up. You can see it barely. And I want to use my putty scraper to pull that pin out. And there is what I'm looking for. That is a glazing pin that has been set in here to hold the glass in. Now I'm going to go all the way around it to make sure I don't have any more. There's another one. Get that pin out. There's number 3, and we got a number 4. So 4 pins. Looks like it. Not feeling any across the bottom there. Make sure you get the glazing out before you start to attempt the glass removal. This is a lower sash, which means that the glass has been inset into a groove or a dado. And what you want to make sure to do is you want to make sure to take a knife like this, and you want to just start to scrape back in there to free this up. This and the corners are the things that I most often see that people forget to get. If you forget these spots, you're going to go to all this work and all this time only to break the glass. The other thing I want to do is I want to take my blade and I want to go along the side of the glass here to loosen up anything. So what I'm noticing right here is I've got a little bit of glazing I still need to clean off. And I'm going to get my scraper out, my boomerang, and I'm going to peel that back. I'm going to take my boomerang, and I'm also just going to make sure I get these corners really good. So I'm just kind of gently working this glass to see if I can get that glazing to free up on me. Here we go, the moment of truth. Always really proud of myself, and you should be proud of yourself too when you can save a piece of vintage wavy glass. I am going to clean the glass bed out. The glass bed is this shelf right here that the glass will set in when we go back to finish and reglaze this window. And I'm going to take this putty scraper here, and I'm just going to using this angled end, this elbow end here. I'm going to scrape this off so I can make sure that I've got a nice smooth bed for when I go to back bed. We don't want to forget about the old stubborn dado here, where we want to make sure we get a good glass bed cleaned out, because we are going to need to repack this with glazing when we go to reglaze this window. And so we want to make sure we have it cleaned out so that we can refit a piece of 1/8" glass, which is what that is, back in this space. So these 3 tools can be purchased individually or as part of the window toolkit for $109. And if you want to see me use these tools and the Cobra Speedheater to remove paint from this sash, check out the video at the top. And until next time, remember, you can, RIY, rescue it yourself, and we're here to help.